Have you ever looked in the mirror and wondered if your everyday choices, something as simple as a pill for a headache or a snack on the go, might be quietly destroying your kidneys? It sounds dramatic, maybe even impossible. But right now, over 35 million Americans are living with kidney disease, and most of them don't even know it until it's far too late. That means millions of people are waking up each day thinking they're fine, while their kidneys are silently breaking down inside them. I'm Dr. Mark Ellis, a board-certified kidney specialist, and I've seen it firsthand. People who thought they were being healthy people who had no warning signs suddenly finding themselves facing dialysis or even the need for a transplant. And here's the part that should make you sit up straight. Many of these cases come not from rare diseases or bad luck, but from small, everyday habits, the kind of things you or your loved ones might be doing right now without giving them a second thought. But don't panic, because this video is not just about scaring you. It's about opening your eyes to the truth and showing you exactly what you can do to protect yourself. Today, I'm going to walk you through 7 surprisingly common habits that can push your kidneys toward failure. And I promise, once you understand them, you'll not only know how to avoid them, but you'll also discover simple, practical steps to keep your kidneys strong for years to come. So stay with me, because what you're about to hear could be the difference between living a long, healthy life or one day being told that your kidneys are shutting down. And with that, let's start with the first hidden danger, one you probably have in your medicine cabinet right now. Think about this. How many times have you reached for an Advil or ibuprofen the moment a headache or backache hits you? It feels harmless, right? Just a quick fix to get through the day. But I've seen patients whose lives change forever because of this one seemingly innocent habit. One of my patients, a retired teacher, used ibuprofen almost daily for her arthritis. She thought it was safe after all these pills are sold over the counter. But within a few years, her kidneys had lost more than half their function, and she ended up on dialysis. Here's the science behind it. NSAIDs, non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs like ibuprofen, Advil, Motrin, or naproxen work by reducing inflammation, but they also constrict the tiny blood vessels that feed your kidneys. Less blood flow means less oxygen, and over time, this constant strain damages kidney tissue. Studies show that frequent long-term use of NSAIDs is directly linked to a higher risk of chronic kidney disease. And if you already have conditions like high blood pressure, diabetes, or dehydration, the danger multiplies. So what can you do instead? First, always take NSAIDs only in the recommended doses and never long-term without your doctor's supervision. If you need frequent pain relief, talk to your physician about safer options like acetaminophen, physical therapy, or even natural methods such as stretching, hot and cold compresses, or acupuncture. And remember, hydration matters. Taking painkillers while you're dehydrated is like pouring gasoline on a fire for your kidneys. The bottom line, these everyday pills might silence your pain, but taken carelessly, they can slowly silence your kidneys too. But just knowing this isn't enough, because there's another habit far more common and even trickier that puts your kidneys in danger without you realizing it. If painkillers can silently strain your kidneys, imagine what happens when the very thing your kidneys depend on, water, is thrown out of balance. I once treated a college football player who collapsed on the field not from an injury, but from severe dehydration. His kidneys literally shut down because he had sweated out so much fluid while wearing heavy gear in the heat. On the other end of the spectrum, I saw a young woman who entered a radio contest to see who could drink the most water. She won the contest, but tragically lost her life when her brain swelled from water intoxication. These are extreme examples, but they reveal just how fragile the balance really is. Here's the science. Your kidneys act like precision filters. When your dehydrated blood flow and oxygen delivery to the kidneys plummet, leading to a dangerous condition called pre-renal azotemia, which can escalate to kidney failure. On the flip side, overhydration dilutes the sodium in your blood, a condition called hyponatremia. When sodium levels drop too low, cells swell, including brain cells, which can trigger seizures, coma, and even death. It's not about guzzling gallons or starving yourself of water. It's about balance. So what should you do? For most healthy adults, 2 to 3 liters of fluids a day is ideal. Think 4 to 6 regular water bottles. Let your urine be your guide. A pale yellow color usually means you're hydrated, while dark amber is a warning sign. And don't forget, hydration doesn't come only from water. Foods like watermelon, cucumbers, and oranges can also keep your kidneys nourished. If you have heart disease or kidney disease, always consult your doctor before changing fluid intake, because your safe range might be different. The truth is your kidneys are like tightrope walkers. They depend on balance to survive. But just knowing how much water to drink won't save you if you ignore another invisible killer that millions of people brush off every single day: high blood pressure. And this one is even more devastating. If water balance is the tightrope your kidneys walk, then blood pressure is the rope itself. And when it frays, everything collapses. I'll never forget one patient, a middle-aged father of 3, who came to my clinic feeling perfectly fine. He said, "Doc, I feel great. I don't need medicine." But when we checked his blood pressure, it was sky high, over 180, 110. He laughed it off, saying high blood pressure runs in his family. Months later, he wasn't laughing. His kidneys had scarred so badly from years of untreated hypertension that he was tethered to a dialysis machine 3 times a week. Here's what's really happening. High blood pressure silently crushes the tiny blood vessels in your kidneys, a condition known as hypertensive nephrosclerosis. It's not just numbers on a screen. This constant pressure literally squeezes the life out of your kidney filters. That's why high blood pressure is the second leading cause of kidney failure in the United States, right behind diabetes. The most dangerous part? You often feel no symptoms at all. That's why it's called the silent killer. So how do you protect yourself? First, never ignore routine blood pressure checks. Home monitors are affordable and can reveal what's really happening outside the doctor's office. Aim to keep your blood pressure under 120/80 and follow your doctor's plan closely. Limit sodium to less than 1,500 milligrams a day. Yes, that means cutting back on processed foods and salty snacks. Exercise regularly, even just brisk walking, and keep your weight in check. And don't fall into the trap of believing it's normal in my family. Genetics may load the gun, but lifestyle pulls the trigger. The bottom line: untreated high blood pressure is like a silent thief, slowly stealing your kidney function until it's too late. But only knowing this isn't enough, because another habit celebrated in gyms and diet circles can overload your kidneys in ways you may never expect. Now let's talk about something that sounds healthy, but can quietly sabotage your kidneys: unsupervised high-protein diets. Everywhere you look, fitness ads, gym trainers, even social media influencers, you'll hear more protein, more muscle. And yes, protein is essential, but when it's taken in excess, your kidneys are the ones paying the price. I once treated a young bodybuilder who prided himself on eating over 200 grams of protein daily. He was lean, muscular, and thought he was invincible. But when his blood work came back, his creatinine levels were alarmingly high. His kidneys were struggling to keep up with the constant overload. Here's the science. When you eat protein, your body breaks it down into waste products like urea and creatinine. Guess what filters those out? Your kidneys. A high-protein diet means your kidneys are forced to work overtime, increasing the pressure inside tiny filtration units called glomeruli. Over time, this stress causes scarring and reduced kidney function. For people already at risk, those with diabetes, high blood pressure, or even mild chronic kidney disease, this can accelerate the path toward kidney failure. In fact, research shows that patients with CKD often need to limit protein intake to around 60-70 grams per day, far less than what many muscle-building diets promote. So what's the smarter path? First, know your numbers. Ask your doctor about your GFR, creatinine, and protein levels in your urine. If your kidneys are healthy, moderate protein within safe ranges may be fine. But if you're at risk, talk to a registered dietitian about tailoring your diet. Balance your meals with more plant-based proteins, whole grains and vegetables, rather than relying solely on animal protein powders or endless chicken breasts. Your kidneys are powerful, but they are not indestructible. The bottom line: more protein doesn't always mean more strength. It can mean more stress on your kidneys. But just understanding this isn't enough, because the next habit hides in plain sight, disguised as healthy convenience foods that millions of people rely on every single day. Now this one stings, because so many people fall into it thinking they're doing the right thing. You're busy, you want to eat clean, so you grab a frozen veggie burger, a protein bar, or a bag of veggie chips. It feels like a smart choice, but I once had a patient who switched to a vegetarian lifestyle to improve her health. She proudly told me she lived on packaged meat substitutes, granola bars, and pre-made juices. Yet her blood pressure was out of control, and when we looked closer, her kidneys were already under stress. Why those healthy labels were hiding dangerous ingredients. Here's the science. Many ultra-processed foods marketed as healthy are loaded with sodium, phosphorus, additives, and hidden sugars. Just 2 vegetarian sausages, for example, can pack over 300 milligrams of sodium, and most people eat far more than that. The American Heart Association recommends no more than 1,500 milligrams of sodium per day, so a few servings can blow your entire limit. High sodium drives up blood pressure, which directly scars the kidneys. Add phosphorus preservatives that weaken bone and blood vessel health, plus sugar that fuels diabetes, the #1 cause of kidney failure, and you see why these foods are a hidden minefield. So what's the fix? Start by becoming a label detective. Don't just trust the front of the package, read the fine print. Choose whole unprocessed foods whenever possible, fresh fruits, vegetables, whole grains, nuts. If you're plant-based, focus on natural sources like lentils, beans, and quinoa instead of boxed meat replacements. And here's a practical tip: meal prep at home. When you plan ahead, you're far less likely to grab a salty, sugar-loaded, healthy snack in desperation. The truth is, convenience can cost your kidneys dearly. But knowing this alone won't protect you, because the next habit is one of the most deceptive of all, promising to cleanse and detox your kidneys, when in reality it could be harming them even faster. If processed healthy foods can fool you, then detox teas and kidney cleanses take it to another level. They promise miracles: flush out toxins overnight, heal your kidneys in 7 days. Sounds tempting, right? But I've seen the fallout. A patient of mine once spent hundreds of dollars on a so-called miracle detox kit. Within weeks, instead of feeling renewed, her kidney function had actually worsened. The hidden herbs and unregulated supplements in that kit caused more harm than healing. Here's the science. Your kidneys already are your body's natural detox system. Every day they filter around 50 gallons of blood, removing waste and toxins on their own. No tea bag or powder can magically scrub them clean. Worse, many of these detox products contain proprietary blends with no transparent labeling. Some have been found to include substances toxic to the kidneys or ingredients that dangerously interact with prescription medications. Research shows that detoxing without medical guidance not only provides zero proven benefit, but in some cases accelerates kidney injury. So what should you do instead? Focus on sustainable habits that genuinely support kidney health. Eat antioxidant-rich foods like berries and leafy greens to reduce inflammation. Stay properly hydrated with water and water-rich fruits. Manage your blood pressure and blood sugar, 2 of the biggest factors in kidney health. And before you ever consider supplements, always talk to your doctor. Real kidney protection comes from lifestyle and medical supervision, not from a quick fix cleanse sold online. The bottom line: flashy detoxes might clean out your wallet, but they won't clean out your kidneys. But just avoiding scams isn't enough, because the final habit, the one we'll talk about next, is especially dangerous. It hides under the word natural, yet it can quietly push your kidneys toward failure. If detox products can mislead you with false promises, herbal supplements can be even more dangerous because they hide behind the word natural. I remember a patient who came to me proudly saying she had stopped all chemicals and was relying only on a bag of dried herbs she bought from a market. She thought she was healing her body, but within months her kidneys had nearly shut down. Those herbs contained toxic compounds that no one had ever tested, and they were silently poisoning her. Here's the reality. Unlike prescription drugs, herbal supplements are not strictly regulated. That means labels may not tell the full truth about what's inside. Some products contain hidden heavy metals, unknown chemicals, or plant compounds that are directly nephrotoxic, meaning they damage kidney tissue. Others interact with medications you may already be taking, creating dangerous side effects. Studies have linked certain Chinese herbs to acute kidney failure and even long-term scarring. And the scariest part, because these supplements are sold as natural, many people assume they're harmless. So what should you do? First, never assume that natural equals safe. Always tell your doctor about every supplement you're taking, not just prescription medications. If you're interested in natural support, stick to food as medicine approaches that are proven safe: fresh fruits, vegetables, hydration, and exercise. And if you truly want to add herbs or supplements, do so only under the supervision of a qualified healthcare provider who understands both traditional and modern medicine. The bottom line, herbal supplements can either help you or hurt you, but without expert guidance, the risk to your kidneys is simply too high. And here's the truth. All 7 of these habits might seem small, but together they can decide whether you keep your kidneys strong for life or end up needing dialysis. That's why the conclusion you're about to hear is so important, because it will tie everything together and show you how to take back control starting today. So here's the truth. We all have habits. We don't think twice about taking a pill for pain-skipping water during a busy day or reaching for a healthy snack that isn't really healthy. But small choices add up, and your kidneys feel every single one of them. The good news is that you're not powerless. With just a few changes, staying hydrated, keeping your blood pressure in check, eating whole foods instead of processed ones, you can protect your kidneys and give them the strength to serve you for decades. I want you to remember this. Your kidneys are silent heroes. They don't complain until they're badly damaged, but if you take care of them today, they will take care of you tomorrow. And I know making changes isn't always easy, but you don't have to do it alone. That's why I create videos like this to guide you step by step toward better kidney health. So if this video helped you, save it so you can come back anytime and share it with someone you love, because kidney disease often hides in silence until it's too late. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you never miss the latest medical insights, tips, and strategies to protect your kidneys and your overall health. At the end of the day, your health is worth fighting for. Every small choice matters, every habit matters, and every day is a new chance to protect the kidneys that keep you alive. Stay hopeful, stay committed, and know that you have the power to write a healthier future for yourself.